seen where it's hot at, bro. What's up, guys? Welcome to Crypto for Life Late Night with your boy James, aka Six8Jay's in the house. Guys, we've got an incredible show. I'm so super excited for many reasons. One is I love giving away things, as you guys already know. We love giving away. Ain't that right? Crypto Trooper 22, Asta 92. What's up, my man? Bullish Kenny G, Mr. Dependable. What's up, my man? Shane Sullivan's in the house. Laurel. How you doing, Laurel? That's right. Laurel knows. Beekeeper 69, my brother's on the wheel of steel. Let's see what happens. Super, super excited, guys. I've got somebody who means the world to me. Let me stop. I can't sing. But this is a good friend of mine, guys. Got a lot of love for this brother. Was actually his best man in his wedding. An incredible speaker, motivator, and looks like the Incredible Hulk. Good Lord, this dude is big. My boy, I'm super excited. We're going to bring him on in a minute. Look at my baby girl. Janessa McFadden's in the house. My queen. My princess, my queen is Jeanette, my princess, getting ready to go back to school to get her doctorate. That's right, that's how Daddy raised her. Better believe it. She's a winner. Gonna be legendary, already legendary in our family. My baby girl, Jonessa. Ain't that right? JC, what's up, JC? Hey, hey, hey. My brother JC's in the house. Hey, guys, I'm super excited because we're about to reveal the weekly winner. The weekly winner. And what is the weekly winner gonna win? Let me see. Let me look at my wallet. Let me see what I got laying around. Oh, good Lord. Let's see what we got here. Let's see what we got here for the weekly winner. Let's see. How about some XRP? Oh, good Lord. Is 100 XRP good? You know, I was going to do 50, but let's do 100. 100 XRP to the winner tonight. The weekly winner will win 100 XRP. Why? Because we like XRP. That's why. So we're also going to announce the winner of the meme contest, guys. If I go over to my Twitter, if you haven't gone already while we're doing the show, go into the thread right here. If you open up the thread, you'll see my brother that was getting ready to come on here in a second. And you'll see it says meme contest, first, second, and third place. We've got them listed right here. We've got them listed right here. Tell me what you think, guys. Right here. Right here, go in there, make sure you vote, show your love. If you're interested, find one of the three, and this is what it's going to come down to. I'm just going to count the likes. I'm going to count the likes. Go into my Twitter right now while you're here, because I got my favorite, but I'm not going to say what it is. You go in, you'll see this incredible, they're not calling Batman, they're calling Six8Jay. They got the Crypto for Light in the Crypto for Life light in the air saying, come on, Six8Jay. Matter of fact, I think I'm gonna make this one here a part of my intro. That's right. It's time to go on live with Six8Jay, Crypto for Life. That's dope. So that's a nice one. Make sure you like it if that's your choice. Go down here. I see pretty much it's even right now. 222. This is Six8Jay jumping into like a cartoon rocket ship headed to the moon. And last but not, oh, this one's got 4. It looks like looks like we got somebody winning already, but. We're looking for first, second, and third place. Make sure you guys go in there. Select which one you like the best. It's totally up to you guys. I have one. I like all of them. I ain't gonna lie. There's so many incredible winners, guys. And I just have to say kudos to all those who, matter of fact, is so many great winners. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. We're going to do it again. And the only difference is in the next contest, the 3 winners today, can't subscribe the same artwork. Now you can subscribe other stuff, but we can't use these 3 since they've already been in the top 3. But right after this, we're going to do a Crypto for Life logo contest, and then I think I'm going to go back and do another meme contest. It's just too many great entries, too many amazing skills. Some of this stuff is just next level, guys. So go on there, make sure you vote. Go into the thread. You got 1, 2, 3. Vote, because at the end of the show, I'm gonna go back here and look, and we're gonna go 1, 2, 3. That's right. And it's not going to be just based off what I think. It's going to be the group. So, guys, go to my Twitter. Make sure you vote. We've got the top 3 in there. 1, 2, 3. Hit the likes. Whatever amount of likes that particular meme has, that's what we're going with. First place, $50. Oh, good. 50 cents. Everybody like, I'm not doing anything. 50 cents. First place, $50. Second place, $25. And third place will be $15. So make sure you guys vote accordingly. Vote accordingly. Looks like my dogs are barking. I don't know why. All right, guys, so let's see here. Oh, and I got a phone call. Hold on, guys. My apologies. Hold on 1 second. Sorry. Pause for a second. Let me pause. 1 second. I'll be right back. Hello? Alrighty, my apologies. It happens. Alright guys, let me get back into... Sorry about that, guys. My apologies. My apologies. That's the first time I ever had to run out and go do something. So my bad. My dogs were... It's funny because I had somebody that's supposed to be coming to my house. I called up Mercedes. They're supposed to be coming by and doing something. And since yesterday... And we've had 3 different people come, nothing's done, and then they come knocking on my door at late night, so I had to take care of it. 68Jay had to get a little crazy. No, I'm just kidding. Let me stop. JC said, what's up, Crypto for Life fam? Laurel, best to have Kenny G. Good choice. That's right. My apologies, guys. I had to run off real quick. I never had to run off the mic, but that's the first time. I'm sure it's going to happen again. Uh-oh, I think I saw, oh, you know what? Let me say what's up, and I appreciate the super chat from my beautiful queen. I think it was actually earlier today. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't know if I acknowledge that. It shows on my screen. And also, I see Noreen and Toys has subscribed. Noreen, thank you for the subscription. That's amazing. Non-ops in the house. What's up, non-op? How you doing? Hello, everybody. All right, guys, so we got a lot of stuff to cover today. Today, the premise of today is just basically talking about everything crypto, guys. So we're just going to go over some different things. You guys are going to meet my amazing friend, my brother, legendary. Missing the third one. No, I think the third one's on there, JC. I'm pretty sure it's on there. If you go to my, if you're talking about the, if you go here where you see my special guest and myself, you hit the thread. So just hit the thread right there, and it'll show the meme contest, and it shows 1, 2, and 3. So it looks like people are on there. It's actually all the numbers are going up big time. So congratulations, and keep that up, guys. Let's find the winner. Let's find the winner. Okay, so let me refresh this. So right now, guys, really quick, let me go over the market. Right now, we're at 795 billion with a B. We're down a little bit, up a billion maybe from earlier today. Not much going on. The market's still kind of boring. We're looking at 16.5. For Bitcoin right now, we've got Ethereum still under 12. We've got BNB 245, XRP 34 cents. We got Doge still under 7 cents. Held that 7 for a long time. We've got Cardano at 24. Polygon under 80 at 75. We've got Tron at 5 cents. Polkadot 4.31. We need Dot at 3. What happens when Dot hits 3? James going to go crazy. Let me stop. I'm buying more. Don't FOMO. I might, but don't do it. Shiba at 5 zeros and an 8. We've got Uniswap at 507. Solana. Why is Solana at $9? It was at 8 yesterday. Does CZ have something to do with that? Not CZ, but Vitalik Buterin with Ethereum. He said, I'm going to help. Just like CZ told Sam Bankman-Fried, don't worry about it. I got you. Don't worry about it, bro. We got you. Next morning, sorry. Went back down. Let me stop. Avalanche is at 1086. Stinky Linky at 542. We got Cosmos at 932. Nothing's really changed, guys. The market's about the same. Stellar sitting at 7 cents. We have Kronos at 5. We've got ApeCoin at 359. We've got Algorand at 1.5 cents. I'm sorry, 16 cents. My bad. About a whole bunch of that. VeChain at 1 cent. And let's take HBAR at 3. And Multiverse X still sitting at 33.17. Let's take a quick look at XRPayNet. Just really quick. Let's just take a gander. I know a lot of people are bullish on it. And we're sitting at 3. Okay, so 003 is up just a tick, a hair, not much. Can go right back to where it was at. So, be careful. All right, guys. So tonight we're just going to be covering everything crypto, talking about a lot of this and that and everything else. Shane Sullivan knows. That's right. Diamond hands. That's right. That's okay. Everyone has to have their own strategy. You got to have your own strategy. JC said, yes, we did vote. That's right, we did vote. We voted in the top 5, and then the mods and admin selected the top 3. That was entered onto the page, and so the top 3 will be voted on by likes, and then once we determine who that is, we will announce it today, later on today, as we announce the weekly winner as well. Crypto OG knows. He says, yo, what's up, Crypto OG? Welcome to the stream. Timeless Travel, my sister, how you doing? So, guys, a lot of excitement right now. Non-op, how you doing, my friend? We're getting ready to bring on my brother from another mother. Before I bring him on, let me see. We'll go over some things here on the what's it called here? My Twitter page. We'll go over a couple of things, but let me bring my man Chris on here. Let me see if there's anything I need to cover here. So all the entries are here, guys. We'll go over some things here when Chris is on. Let me bring Chris on. So let me go to my big chat cam here and see if my brother is live with us. Chris Moore. Chris Moore's in the house. What's up, brother?
Not much, bro. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. The man with the master plan. What's up, my brother?
Perfect. Oh, man. Nothing much. It's been a beautiful day. How about yourself?
Oh, man. Amazing, guys. And so really quickly, for those of you guys who don't know who my guy Chris Moore is, Timeless says, just taking a break from college admin stuff. Okay. So for those of you guys who don't know my boy Chris Moore, let me kind of go back some years ago, back in, let's see, the mid, maybe 2000 and, we're probably about 5 or 6 years ago, maybe, I would say. I had the opportunity, as I was speaking, I was awarded by a company. I got one of the Rising Star Awards for speaking and things like that. And in this kind of like a competitive deal that was going on as far as some of the top producers, I was in the top 5 at the time, maybe even top 3. And my wife and I, Jeanette and I, won a cruise on the world's biggest cruise ship. And we went on that cruise, and while we were on that cruise, they had like an event, and we sat down, and we saw this cool couple right next to us. My man was kind of looking back, and I was like, what's up, how you doing? And we wound up connecting, and spent a lot of time hanging out on that cruise, and became the best of friends. And this went on. We both were speakers. This guy is an amazing speaker himself. He's an award-winning speaker. He was actually also, like myself and Amica, an ambassador for this company, where he was recognized for his amazing skill set, his ability to connect with others, and just lead the masses. And trust me, whenever he was on stage, everyone paid attention. This is my man, Chris Moore. He's also had tremendous success in many other facets of life, not only with speaking, but he also was a part of the military, which I'll let him talk about. He's had his own business. And again, I saw pictures of the guy back in the military. He looks like a little baby Hulk right now. He's all into fitness, well connected with a lot of people, and just recognized as one of the top people in what he does. So, and all that wrapped up in the fact that he also likes crypto. So, Chris Moore, my man.
Yes, sir.
So if you don't mind, Chris, let me just start off before we get into the different things in the market, and we got so much stuff to cover, so we'll try to blow through this. I know we're about 20 minutes in now, but just give me an idea of, your, I know you were actually a basketball player as well. I think we connected as far as having that same background in basketball sports. So just give me a quick snapshot, if you can, of your background in sports. How'd you get into the military? What part of the military and all that stuff, and then what got you into speaking and helping others?
For sure, brother, for sure. So, you know, I was in a little podunk country town. You know, we were raised belling hay, selling cows, so we were pretty daggone country. You know, here in South Central Texas, and I wanted to join the Air Force, and saw it as a pretty good opportunity. I played basketball, was pretty serious, was not 6'8" or anything, right? I was closer, a lot closer to 5'8",
Right.
and I ended up having a pretty good game against a nationally ranked player, and it was like an exhibition game, and they stopped the game before it was done, and the Air Force recruiter's son was the kid that was nationally ranked, and he's, you know, great offense, great defense, lock you down, and man, I was going crazy. I had like 33, 34 points or something, and we were 1A school, they were 5A, and so, you know, you finish that game, a coach will get fired, you know. So anyway, I ended up hurting my ankle pretty bad, and right when we were in our last game before the playoffs, and on crutches, the Air Force recruiter, you know, came and hollered at me at the school, and told me that I could go play ball in the Air Force and everything, and show me the different career choices. I was pretty blown away. I'd seen some commercials, been a little intrigued about it, and just never had anybody in my family go to the military. So you don't know what you don't know, and decided to, went in, played ball. My job was I loaded bombs on the B-1 bomber, and then I you know, went to war, you know, did 8 years in, came out, decided that I wanted to be an entrepreneur full time, because I always had stuff going on while I was in there. So became a full-time real estate agent, full-time marketing, and I met you a few years later, and after I started an energy management brokerage company. I met you. A friend of mine had called me and told me, hey man, I know you're kind of dabbling in this thing, and you've told about 3 or 4 people, but if you can hit this certain, you know, deal here by Friday of the next week, you can go on this cruise.
Wow.
And I was like, man, me and my lady was just talking about a vacation.
Right.
And I was like, how long do I got? And he's like, about 4 days. Wow. And so we ended up, you know, hitting the level we needed to and that's when I ended up meeting you, and I wasn't really doing it until then. I think it was actually 2013, bro. Wow. So that was like 9 years ago. Actually.
Now I know you talked about a business. You owned a which I guess you can pretty much do anything nationally. You currently own a lighting company, right? That you can cater anything from a home all the way up to a casino or anything else. So I know that you've had tremendous success with that. We've talked about some of the things that you're doing with that. You do everything from residential, business, and even government contracts because of your background. So I know you've got a lot of things going on with that as well. And then also I had the opportunity to go into some events where I wasn't necessarily speaking that day, but you were speaking. And I know you are a phenomenal speaker. That's one thing that my wife always says, Chris is a phenomenal speaker. So kudos to that as well. I want to talk about a couple of years after that we met on that cruise, and we became friends. We were like, you know, like bromance. Our wives were connected. And then we wound up going to another event that we wound up hanging out at in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Oh man!
At the time, you and my sister Paige was talking about getting married, but then we had some dinner, and I remember
engaged.
You guys were engaged, and then we were like, hey, why don't we just go and do it since we're here? So you're like, let's do it, and so we wound up going with you guys, and you got married on the spot. I was your best man, and that was just an incredible situation, and you guys are definitely somebody that we have a lot of love and admiration for. I've got some people here in the group that are saying, love that, Chris. Welcome, Chris. Salute to you. We've got some veterans in the house, that are showing love to you.
Oh.
Thank you for your service.
Thank y'all for your service.
Thank you for your service, they're saying. Okay, awesome. Good stuff. So, obviously, again, you know, an incredible speaker, recognized speaker. You own your own business. And I know one of the things that I want to talk about before we go into crypto is you actually, and I can talk to you from a business owner, you had just started a major full-fledged gym with like an NBA basketball court and all this stuff right before COVID and got destroyed because of COVID.
Sanctioned by the NBA.
Talk to me about that. How you guys, you had your dream, and your dream. Me and you always talk about, man, one day I want to open my gym. You opened it. Not only did you open it, but you opened a massive facility with an NBA sponsored gym, and then COVID hit. So talk about that really quick, if you don't mind. Couple.
Oh yeah, for sure. We had the largest private gym here in San Antonio, about 30,000 square feet. Wow. Steam rooms, saunas, showers for men, for women, upstairs, downstairs, workout area, big dark cardio room, acre and a half around with, sand volleyball pit. And it was a pretty cool thing. NBA basketball court was unreal, and getting that sanctioned by the NBA, having semi-pro basketball tournaments there. Wow. We had a couple of different teams. One of the coolest individuals I met was if you watch the movie Glory Road. Okay. They say it was the most important game ever, right? It was the first time you had 5 black starters in the national championship game that won, and one of the guys that was those starters there, he owns a semi-pro team here in San Antonio called the Red Wolves. Wow. And so he became a contractor with me where they booked the court for time, and that was absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. So it was unreal having that many, that much staff, open at 5 a.m., close 10, 11 at night. And so, it was my dream. I'd always been crazy about that. Always said I was going to do it, but I never thought, my first crack at it was going to be a, 30,000 square foot crazy behemoth with a bunch of employees and trainers and all that stuff. And we, I learned a lot, you know what I mean? I learned a lot. I had to create a few different business centers within it for us to start making profit because the cost was unreal. But I learned a ton. I learned a ton. It was a lot of fun for a couple of good years, and we Zumba tournaments, yoga things. We had all kinds of big, huge deals. And then next thing you know, boom, COVID hit, and it was the fastest thing in the world. Next thing you know, no gym in the entire country is open. And you got Gold's Gym, LA Fitness, Planet Fitness, everybody filed bankruptcy within 30 days. And that's when we turned to crypto, really. That's when we're sitting there and just kind of thinking, sold a bunch of equipment and stuff. And we were just kind of sitting there, and I called you after I've been sitting there for about 2 months, because I started the process of becoming a government contractor, because I'd already been selling commercial and industrial LED lighting for warehouses, office buildings, all kinds of stuff commercially, but I wanted to get into the government space. And but I was like, I want something else too. And when I called you and you told me you were doing crypto, I had already taken a couple of courses online. I'd already had a couple of different investments, and I was like, okay, this felt great. And that's when we more or less started reconnecting and doing more and more stuff together.
That's right. So prior to crypto, just so people understand our relationship and, big bro, little bro type relationship, we were able to work together at times and even work together at different events at times, right? But I think the admiration for each other's skill set and just relationships and all that stuff was just second to none. So if you want, maybe talk about some of the enjoyments, quickly as we get ready to go into crypto, about what we were able to accomplish together and do in the speaking
arena and whatnot.
In the speaking arena. Yeah, exactly.
100%. So, everybody can do just about anything when it's planned and when they're prepared and when it's ready. But the appreciation that I gained for you very early on, outside of just our friendship, and hey, don't forget, me, you, and a fake Jeremy Lin won a 3-on-3 basketball championship.
Oh my God, that's right.
On the cruise too. Okay,
we
were putting them down. So,
I forgot about that.
I used to look like a bowling ball. I was huge at the time. I was just, but I calmed down since then. But anyway, so before a lot of respect that I had, gained for you right away in a professional sense was seeing how well you were able to improvise. You know what I'm saying? When things aren't going the way you need them to go, and push come to shove, and you just got to make something happen. You about as smooth as a cucumber. So I was just like, okay, all right. So you know what I mean? You just make something happen. You're not a nervous critter. You know what I mean? And in your view about business and how opportunistic you are, and how we could, I always felt, almost felt like something was wrong with me. How, no matter what the circumstance or situation is, I'm always trying to look at it from the business aspect, and like, man, I wonder what the cost of that is, compared to what the profit of it is, and what do they get, right? And then you're the same daggone way, right? And so it's just something relation. You have appreciation for relation, and we relate in a lot of different ways, and so that was always an exciting thing for me. We have some fun. Our wives are so much like each other. It's a little bit ridiculous.
It is.
And they're both amazing, nice, sweet, good-looking women that look younger than their ages, right? So, and we don't deserve either one of them. So anyway, it's so I was like, we both married up, and that's always a good thing. So anyway, just all the similarities. You're crazy about business, crazy about basketball. We can talk about all kinds of things, and we'll end up having to say bye, to get off the phone about 3 or 4 times a piece before we actually do it.
That's right.
And so,
well, that's crazy, because I don't remember.
Relationships about connection.
Yeah, I didn't remember anything up until this stream about the doggone 3-on-3. Like, it just, it was one of those things that we did. It was so much fun. The fact that we won a tournament, and not only did we win a basketball tournament with me, you, and the other guy, but we won it on the world's biggest cruise ship. Surrounded by people, a bunch of people. Right. I forgot all about that, man. Good Lord. Yeah, so that was a great experience in itself. So one of the things I want to talk about too now is just the market, right? And I think 100%. A lot of people, before we get into our drawings, just there's so much stuff that's going on with the market, Chris. And I know you're a student of the world. You're a student of what's going on in the economy. You're a student. You and your wife I always call you guys a brilliant couple, because you're really, really embedded into like everything that's going on, crypto, stocks. You really understand things, even from a governmental perspective, because I know you're really into always doing your due diligence and staying up to date with those things. But just kind of looking at what's happened in 2022 with the Celsius, with the Terra Luna, which my son lost a lot of money in, the FTX scandal, which people are calling it bigger than Enron, which I think is one of the biggest scams in our history, not just in crypto.
100%.
Where do you see, especially for the fact that me and you started out, I started out for probably a little ahead of you, where I started off with a little bit of money and then turned that into something pretty amazing. And then when me and you connected, you were able to see the market go into a bull market, and then you also noticed all this stuff towards the collapse. So just give me an idea of what your opinion is of the market, and what are you doing right now as far as your own? Like, I have my own strategy. Obviously, people look at dollar cost averaging and all those things, but what is your opinion of the market, and just what are you doing right now, understanding that we're probably getting ready to go into a devastating free fall here going into 2023?
Yeah, 100%, brother. So I would say that, just to, I guess, kind of make a long story short, it's an easy projection right now to understand that spending is going to be a little bit lower. People are going to be a little bit more strict, a little tighter to the vest. We're having, all kinds of supply chain issues. I had, one of the advantages for me, like they tell you never let whether it's a pandemic, recession, or whatever, right? Never let a recession go to waste, right? There's always certain opportunity to something. And so for seeing how things were happening in my industry and a couple of other industries that are surrounding me, I was able to tell my manufacturers of my products to leverage themselves and purchase other manufacturers, because I could see that when we can't get material, then we're of no use, right? And so we're so reliant on the manufacturers. So not only do you have to have great relationships, but all of them they specialize in different little areas.
Right.
You know, just a small thing to have you understand. I have vapor proof lighting that I sell to a lot of different car washes and stuff like that, and coolers, you know, and big old thing, you know. I did the Bluebell ice cream factory. I did all their lighting. I did their packaging company. Right. So I got a specialty lighting there. Then this is Texas. So oil fields. I have an industrial line of explosion proof lighting that I sell and stuff like that and everything. Right. Well, needing these different manufacturers was never a problem until the supply chain thing. You could just tell that it was coming down and getting a little crazy. So after, you know, doing that, after having them purchase, you know, some of the other ones, we were sitting around kind of waiting, trying to see what was going to happen, because you never really know exactly when. But when things started happening, it happened overnight. Right. About 30% of the lighting companies in this whole country disappeared.
Right, gotcha.
They were gone. They went out of business. And so when you're seeing stuff like that, there's always a domino effect. Right. And then understanding more about the government side, now that I sell and I market to the government, it was like the different piece of the puzzle. Now I can understand things a whole lot better because of how they act and how they react, and the plans that they have and things that they're signing. So things are getting a little tight. You know, people aren't. We're investing. We're investing in several different, you know, different things. No, we're saving. We're investing.
Right. Are you finding yourself in your investments? Are you, because, and I don't mean to cut you off, but a lot of times, you know, we always talked about, me and you talked about dollar cost averaging. And I think now I'm finding myself being a little bit more reluctant with the fact that going into 2023, if we do have a pullback recession, we could possibly see, you know, not only stocks and things like that, go by the side, as me and you talked about earlier today, you know, with inflation, with the real estate market going crazy, cars, the average car price is, you know, for a person is $600 to $1,000. People can't afford it. People can't afford $3,000 to $6,000 a month rent. You know, my strategy is being a little bit more kind of like my sister Timeless says, where she's dollar cost averaging more into stablecoin, not really buying assets, knowing that they could go down by possibly half, right? If Bitcoin gets into 10,000 or 5,000, I mean, we just don't know. I'm not saying it's going to do that, but do you have any kind of strategy right now? Or are you just kind of sitting on the sidelines, or are you still dollar cost averaging no matter what? Because I know a lot of people dollar cost averaging. I was just having this conversation with another friend of mine right before we got on live, where he was like, "Oh, Jay, you could do this at, you know, Elron is at this price." And I'm like, yeah, but do I want to really mess around with a $33 Elron gold when I could possibly see it at 20 or 15? I mean, you just don't know. You just don't know. And so I'm taking,
100%.
So what, do you have any type of outlook on that? And if not, then what is your overall sentiment about just what's happening with, you know, the whole Sam Bankman-Fried and all these scams that's going on? I mean, do you have any type of opinion on those things?
So for one, you know, I understand, you know, as far as the human behavior of everything right now, everybody's so scared. And even though they don't understand, it's just enough for them to stay away from certain things. You know what I mean? Perception is more important than reality in a lot of cases. Just kind of the feel, the negativity surrounding it right now. So a lot of people are a little bit apprehensive. And just with the market doing what it's doing right now, kind of like you, I'm being a more conservative than I used to be. So it's not as much dollar cost averaging. It is more investing more or less in the stable coins and stuff like that. Right. And I'm also just kind of building capital, you know, myself, because as I'm, you know, I expanded my business into the two things that I have to have as much capital as possible. One of them is government contracting, and the other one is you know, just accepting a bunch of customers on net terms. Right. So I have to pay for the material, pay for installations, you know, lift trucks, whatever, you know what I mean? I got to do a bunch of things up front for some of the bigger customers. And so we've been reinvesting into our business. We're like, look, we're going to invest into whatever is going to give us the most return right now, and gearing up for, you know, the contracting, because no matter what, the government's not spending less; they're spending more. Yeah, right. And they're the biggest customer in the world. Right. So I'm just kind of shifted more of my energy and my focus to that, and then doing more stuff with kind of the stable coin, and then answering, you know, the occasional person that wants to talk, because they know that we did pretty well in crypto. We ended up buying our car here with it and everything else, and our friends. And then when it went down, all of a sudden, right, since they associated us with crypto and stuff, a lot of people have questions and stuff. So yeah, it's made people pretty apprehensive at the moment.
Yeah, I like what you just said, and I want to throw a shout out to my beautiful queen, Jeanette McFadden's in the house. Big Bro 10, what's up?
What's up, Jeanette?
What's up? He said, what's up, sis? So here's the thing. You said something that's very key to me right now, and that is something I've even told my kids, especially my son who's an investor. I said, look, son, go back and focus on your right now thing. Go back and focus on your job or your career, whatever it is. Like I'm telling my daughters or I'm telling anybody else, go out there and find it. That's really one of the things that you hear a lot of the big money people talking about is go out there and make sure that you have a steady stream of income coming in. Make sure that you're building that, because that way you can continue to, like you said, save. What I'm telling them, get into stable coins and prepare yourself for something that could be worse to come, right? I saw one guy that was talking about a stress test, like looking at what your finances are, making sure that if we do go into recession, that you can survive that, making sure you have enough money in your savings account or enough money in your checkings, whatever the case may be. And then he said, if everything went bad, are you okay for the next 6 months? Are you okay for the next 12 months? Do a stress test. And so before we move forward, guys, I want to show something here. One of the guys that I really like following as well, his name is Chico Crypto. I know Chris can see this. Let's go through just some of the things that Chico's talking about, because I think it's very relevant, guys. And I don't know if you guys follow Chico Crypto, but let's just listen to a couple of things that he says and his sentiment on what's going on right now with the markets, specifically Binance, Tether. And he got some really interesting perspective, and he actually backs them up with fact. So we got a lot to cover. It might go a little long today, but let's listen to what this guy has to say. Here we go.
To replace Sam and the ecosystem of Tether he controlled. Well, the person filling the shoes will be the reason for the collapse of Tether and the crypto markets as we know it. Who is it and why will the markets implode? Find out in about 10 minutes, because it's time for Chico Crypto. Now, it is widely known and accepted that FTX and Alameda were key players in how Tether USDT operated. In November of 2021, Protos put out a key piece which shined a light into the shady operations of Tether. It was titled Tether Papers. This is exactly who acquired 70% of all USDT ever issued. And in it, they analyzed the blockchain to uncover the players in Tether. The article stated, earlier this year, Protos shed light on that mystery by reporting that just two companies, Alameda Research and Cumberland Global, Binance's market maker, were responsible for seeping roughly 2/3 of all Tether into the crypto ecosystem. Together, Alameda and Cumberland received at least $60.3 billion in USDT across the time period analyzed, equal to around 55% of all outbound volume ever. $49.2 billion, 71% of Alameda and Cumberland's USDT was acquired in the past year alone, equal to about 60% of all Tether issued in that time. Obviously, there was a dual Tether ecosystem that consisted of four main parts: FTX Exchange and Alameda, its market maker, and Binance Exchange and Cumberland, its market maker. But there were still questions, because if we look at Tether distribution by protocol from the paper, we can see two blockchains had a large majority of all Tether on them: Ethereum and Tron. Who controlled which chain and why? Well, just under a year later, in September of this year, Data Finovation shed an even clearer light of how this worked and answered those questions by analyzing blockchain, stablecoins, and crypto banks to discover the players. From his analysis, he concluded, it sure looks like these two known close to USDT groups split the world up and manage separate shadow USD payment networks. Why does Bahamas-based FTX run by Americans dominate the East Asian Tron chain's USDT, while originally China-based Binance, run by people from East Asia, dominates Ethereum's USDT and gets involved in projects all over Latin America, Africa and India. In fact, a good way to describe Binance's non-US EU focus area is everywhere USD are hard to come by that isn't China adjacent. Can we think of any simple explanations for how this system came to be? They then say, so let's present a simple theory which fits the facts. China-affiliated minor stablecoins feed the USDT on Tron China Payment Network. And more traditional, maybe we should say semi-traditional, routes feed a bit of that, and generally the remaining networks for the rest of the world. And those tasks are split among somewhat affiliated groups, FTX and Alameda, and Binance and Cumberland, based on their degree of independence and autonomy from China. Then the market makers can confidently maintain the peg because they have USD. Tether does not need to hold them directly. Tether just needs to know these market makers are suitably liquid and it'll run just fine. Yeah, Data Innovation found Tether doesn't hold the USD, the market makers do, as they are able to get relationships with banks, even ones in the United States. Binance and Cumberland run USDT on Ethereum, serving anywhere besides China, and FTX and Alameda run Tron USDT, focusing on China and Asia. Here is why this is so interesting. If you didn't know, Binance helped get FTX off the ground.
So this stuff, guys, I know you're going, why is James playing this so long? Because this stuff is very important to understand the connection between Binance, FTX, Tether, and the whole thing. I think it's very amazing coverage, and we'll listen to a little bit more before moving forward.
In 2019, Binance announced their investment into FTX, and the article says, as part of the strategic partnership, Binance and FTX will work together to further develop the cryptocurrency ecosystem, which they did with Tether. But then it says, FTX will also help build out the liquidity and institutional product offerings across the Binance ecosystem, including its exchange, Binance.com, and over-the-counter OTC trading desk. Liquidity, helping them get liquid with fresh USD into USDT. That same year, 2019, is when Cumberland joined Binance. Well, this relationship between Tether, Binance, Cumberland, Alameda, and FTX blew apart in May of this year when Terra Luna went down, because this is when FTX turned on their...
Pay attention, guys. This guy is giving some serious knowledge. This is why I'm not trying to waste time, but this is very, very important. These are great sources to get information so you understand why things are where they're at and why things are happening, playing out the way they are right now.
Own cartel. If you remember, during that time, Tether depegged the furthest from $1 in its history, down to 95 cents. Nobody knew why. There wasn't a clear answer to the mass redemptions of Tether, over 18 billion by the next month, June of this year. But I knew what was going on. June of this year, after the second wave of redemptions, I posted this video. Tether is a ticking time bomb. FTX is lighting the fuse. In that video, I showed FTX was trying to take down Celsius. So who's the...
This is crazy. He was calling this out back in June 2022. I've been dealing with Chico for a while. We've even messaged each other back and forth. Great guy, but his coverage is second to none, guys. Pay attention for sure.
culprit? Well, according to Ethereum World News, it's SBF, Sam Bankman-Fried's Alameda Research. They have an article titled, Alameda Research's recent alleged STF sell-off put Celsius Network in trouble. Then I showed Tether was a major investor in Celsius and had loaned Celsius billions. So if you didn't know, Tether is an investor in Celsius. From Celsius's own filings, we can see Tether is in position 2 and 3 as a top shareholder. Besides Celsius themselves, they are heavy into Celsius. I also learned that Tether had made loans worth billions of dollars to other crypto companies, with Bitcoin as collateral. One of them is Celsius Network Ltd, a giant quasi-bank for cryptocurrency investors. Finally, I showed the mass tether redemptions going on, which I showed FTX was the culprit of earlier in the month. The reason for this? Well, Tether was losing its peg, which was causing retail panic spread by the big news organizations. CoinDesk, Decrypt, and even Forbes were covering it. So what did retail do? They jumped out of Tether at these discounted prices on exchanges like FTX. He's part of the inside club that can redeem Tether. Of course, FTX was taking advantage of this opportunity to pick up tethers from retail at discounted prices and then redeem them for profit, 1-to-1. And finally, I came to this conclusion. FTX, SBF, and most likely Alameda. Now, why would they be pulling off this manipulation, this hunting to take Celsius down if FTX is part of the Tether cartel? Well, they may be trying to break free and take the crypto markets for themselves. But why would FTX do this? Well, I showed they were switching sides from the Tether cartel to the USDC gang in an attempt to go more legitimate with their banking partners. Well, because he was getting deeply involved with USDC. Last year, May of 2021, Circle, the company behind USDC, announced they were extending their partnership with FTX to go global. And then just a few weeks after this, Circle announced they raised $440 million. And from the list of investors, one of them was none other than FTX. Now, some of you would say, why would FTX do this? Don't they have the same banking partner as Tether, Deltec in the Bahamas? You wouldn't be incorrect. They do bank with Deltec, but they have been moving away from this lately and increasingly going with an American counterpart, Silvergate. From this Bitcoin Magazine article, Silvergate Bank saw over $14 billion in Bitcoin crypto deposited in Q1 2022. They say its clients include FTX, Coinbase, Bitstamp, Kraken, and the company behind the USDC stablecoin, Circle. Dang, Chico, why you gotta be so predictive? Well, I got a brand new prediction. Someone has to replace FTX on the Tron side of things. Who better to do it than the Scam Boy founder himself, Justin Sun.
So guys, this is a great read. Make sure you, it's a really good video. Make sure you guys tune in to that and see that. There's a lot more that I've actually, I'm trying to show some of the videos that I have on my Twitter that kind of explains, where we're at, the sentiment, and this is important. I know I see JC saying, let's move on, but you got to understand something, and I'm going to say this as kindly as I possibly can. Me and Chris is something that we bought into a long time ago, Success Leaves Clues, right? And if you want to follow a strategy that's not working, well, then, ignore this stuff. But if you want to follow a strategy that has been working for a lot of people and that has created millions of dollars, including for myself, right? So I follow Chris because things that Chris has done. I know Chris will follow me for things that I have done. If you are really into this thing to try to be a great student, understand where this market will go so that it can help you make better choices in your investments, then you got to do your research. So this is not about laughing. This is not about saying moving on or anything like that. This is about paying attention. I have to say that because I know both sides of the coins, right? I know when I get offline and I have people who are having success and they're reaching out, asking me for money. They're talking about they're broke. They're talking about they lost everything. They're talking about they got to get 2 or 3 jobs. And then they look at this and they don't want to pay attention. Pay attention. This stuff is important because if you understand what he's saying, he's trying to show you information that discredits Tether. It discredits Tether. And it's very important, guys, because, if anybody could have showed me something like this, like matter of fact, if you look at him and when he posted this back in June of 22, if people would have listened to this, you might have, like BitBoy and these guys, when they were calling out, hey guys, we're crashing. Hey guys, look what's coming. If anybody would have had, I wouldn't say a crystal ball, but if a lot of people would, thank you, Chris, you're right, it's solid information because this kind of tells you where things are at, what's happening. This guy was covering this stuff way before it happens and then it happens, right? So it's very important, guys. This is like, look, I'm not on YouTube to sit around and waste my time. I'm not on YouTube to sit around and waste other people's time. What's up, sis? Amica's in the house. What's up, sis? Amica, she was one of the people who actually toured with me and Chris and spoke, and incredible leader in herself with the things that she's done as well. But this is about understanding that there's a lot of stuff going on in the market that we have to be aware of. There's a lot of stuff that we have to pay attention to. This is the things that dames on the blockchain with Oculus and Timeless are talking about. These are things that me and Chris talk about offline. You have to be very, very careful and understand that something bigger, in my opinion, is coming. This is just the beginning. Celsius, look what happened with Celsius. We thought, oh, that was bad. Terra Luna, oh, that's horrible. FTX, that's got to be the worst. But no, what happens if something happens with Tether? What happens if something happens to a bigger exchange? Are you prepared? So that's all this is about, guys. It's just, it's great to get on these things. It's great to hear a little bit of this, a little bit of music. It's great to give giveaways, but I am a student of the game. I did not accidentally become successful in crypto. I do this day in and day out. I study this market. I take it very serious, as does my brother Chris, as does a lot of people out here who are winning big, and you got to make sure you pay attention. So with that being said, Chris, your sentiment of what Chico Crypto talked about.
Bro, for a lot of it, I actually couldn't hear. I couldn't hear, but just based off of, what I could read and everything else, it's just right now, I was talking to a couple of friends of mine who've come into, I kind of helped them get into some entrepreneurship. You know what I mean? I was tired. We were messing around, and he's always, oh man, I'm going to do business. I'm going to start a business and all this. And look, all right, you got your full-time job. Start something. Just start something off the side. Just take your first step. Now they got a little something rolling, everything else, taught them some other stuff. They both now, two buddies of mine, have come into a little bit of funds, and they're trying to decide what they're going to do. And they're very, very, very risk adverse, very, very conservative. And so what I told them, and what they, more or less decided to do is just kind of, even if you need to know what your plan is. So for the people that are super, super conservative, pay attention to what you are looking at. Have your hooks into a few different things. Have you some alerts on. Have you some kind of way of knowing what you're going to do when certain things get to a certain point. That way you got to have some kind of strategic plan, no matter what you're going to do, in a professional sense outside of your job. You have to have a plan. Well,
it's kind of like, it's like the difference, Chris, of being proactive and reactive, right? Have some kind of...
That's exactly right, and we're lumping them both together, right? It's like, hey, we're going to be reactive to what's happening, but we're going to be proactive as far as the actions that we're going to choose to initiate, how we're going to make what we're going to do. So it's hey, listen, if it goes to this, we're going to do this. If it goes to that, we're going to do that. It's not, I'll see, and whenever right, you catch something on the way up. You don't have to, you know what I mean? Forget the spilt milk or anything else. You wait for something to start moving, gain a little bit of momentum, and then you hop in there when it already has some momentum. But have some alerts or some kind of plan in place and funds that are ready and close enough to make it happen. Because you know as well as I do, things take days sometimes. When you're not prepared, that there's some people, are ready, and some people need time to get ready. You need to figure out which one you are, because if you're not ready when it happens, then you can't take advantage of it. And so just be ready and have some kind of plan, have something set aside, and know what you're looking at, and have some kind of alert. And that way you can execute when you need to.
And this is one of the things that I definitely appreciate about you and your mindset, and also I appreciate about Timeless and about Oculus and a lot of the people who understand this. And that is, and I know there's a couple people that I have a personal relationship outside of the streams and things like that we talk. And you have to be prepared, because you got too many YouTubers. Now, Chris, I know you know this as well. There's so many YouTubers talking about, oh, this coin, oh, buy this. It's a great time to get Shiba and all these things. Look, I've got a lot of great coins. I got a lot of great assets. But the biggest thing you have to prepare for is a storm. If there's a storm coming, and I said this the other day, it's one thing to be on the damn Titanic and have a plan. Well, me and Chris, his wife and my wife, we're going to go dancing. We've got lobster and steak at 10. We're going to go dancing till midnight. I think they want to go and look at the water at noon. But if we go out there and look at the water and see a damn iceberg, and we just keep on with our plan and not take evasive actions like looking over the damn side of the boat and saying there's some lifeboats, we might want to get the hell off this damn boat. Our plans might have to change. And that's all I'm saying is that if you see an iceberg, do you want to be a part of the damn story? You know, and I know it was great with the girl hanging off and doing all this over the balcony, but the bigger part of that story, there's a lot of people that lost their lives, and not to get into that, but just to say that when you see something getting ready to happen, and I talk about this with a lot of people, as you see all these crazy things that are happening in our world right now. I mean, it's like we want it to go away so bad that we almost sometimes we allow ignorance to kick in. You know, and I say that kindly, but this is what, Crypto After Dark with 68Jay, this is what we're talking about. We're going to get into it. You know, one of the things that Oculus and Timeless is saying, let's talk about things that sometimes don't only have to be great. Sometimes it can be fun. Sometimes it can be fear. Let's just talk about the damn real. Okay, excuse my language, the damn real. And right now we're going to keep it real. And what I'm saying by that is you have to be prepared or you're going to get wrecked. I saw millions of dollars. I held it. I showed my boy Chris my wife. I showed you things like that. But sometimes if your plan is not great enough because you're so caught up in the hype, you will sit back and watch money go down and go down. Just like Crypto Savvy was telling people, get out at 50,000. If you don't, you're going to be crying at 40. You're going to be mad at 30. You're going to wish you had at 20. I don't know what you're going to do at 10.
Yeah.
But
yeah, if you don't have a plan together, you're trying to work based on your emotion.
That's right.
And that's just a plan for failure, because when you're in fight or flight, it's just a really weird situation when you just don't know what to do because you didn't plan. It down to the most basic thing. Anybody ever go to a grocery store and you needed so many things and you got in there now? I'm married. I got 5 kids, man.
Right.
All right. There's only a couple of things I know I always need to get. I need some milk. I need some eggs. I need some bacon. You know what I'm saying? Because my wife is cooking every single morning. You know, place is smelling like a restaurant in here. We got some mouth. Okay. Right. Well, outside of that, if I don't put a list together, I literally go to my notebook. My notepad thing. I have a list with the little bubble deals, bro. I press that button and it gives me a check mark. Okay. That's gratification. I use the same kind of things here in my office, whatever works. You know what I'm saying? Like I need a plan for everything. Nothing could be more important than this. What you're doing with your family funds, your responsibility as the financial caretaker of the home, right? It's like, what is your real plan? It's not something to kind of play around with or anything else. Understand if you're going to be aggressive. Understand if you're going to be conservative. Well, what does that look like with what you got? How are you? You know what I mean? What are you getting into, and how much of what you got that you're putting into it? So, and it doesn't take much. A little 10, 15 minute a day meeting with yourself, and that's about it. Nothing real crazy. You don't have to get, your attorney, your lawyer, your ex-wife, and everybody together at one time. You know what I'm saying? Just come on, just a little bit of planning, and you can make it happen.
And here's the thing, Chris, and I want to be very honest because Timeless asked me. She said, "James, let's keep it raw and uncut." Right? Oculus, let's keep it raw and uncut at nighttime. That's what we're going to do. And I'm going to have Chris on more and more to talk about this so we can go over things and things like that. I want to have Chris as part of what we're doing here in the show. But look, I'm going to keep 100. And I'm not going to mention names, but I've had friends that have, the dip came. We went from 68,000 on down, right, to 30. And they were so convinced that was the bottom, Chris, that they went out and sold their first house, right, the main house. And then they were so convinced that, 20 was a new thing. They went out, that was 25. They went and sold the rental house. Then they had to move themselves and their family into a situation they never wanted to go into. I have other friends who've gone out there and taken out loans at 30, thinking, I'm going to buy the bottom. And they're down by almost half now. I'm talking about taking out loans against their home. Oh, my gosh. I've had people say, all I'm saying is have a plan, live with that plan, but make sure the plan is not based off of FOMO, because you can get ruined and wrecked. And the time that's going to take you to sit back and recoup your money. Now, I'm not saying buying at 30 or 20 was horrible. I'm just saying would have been smarter to have a strategy and maybe buy just a little bit. If you dollar cost, again, this is not financial advice. Nothing that we talk about on the show, guys, is all for entertainment purposes only. Everything me and Chris talk about, anything that we ever talk about is not financial advice. But would you think that person would have rather take that 100,000, Chris, from their house, and put it in at, let's say, 16,000, maybe buy a Bitcoin. Maybe if it goes to 12 by
Yeah,
another,
maybe.
maybe if it goes to 10 by another, maybe it goes to 5 by 4 or 5. I'm just saying, like, there's a different strategy than going all in. And and it's sad because I know people sitting on here with their own notions or opinions or whatever the case may be, but I'm the one who gets the phone calls because a lot of my friends know the success I've had, and I'm getting the damn phone calls. Hey, yo, Jay, man, I messed up bad. Hey, yo, Jay, I did this. Hey, yo, Jay, I did that. And it's like, bro, like you gotta have. So I'm not talking, and I'm not saying this to impress on it, but impress upon you. You have to have a plan and stick with your plan, unless you see an iceberg. That's all I'm saying. And because
Yeah.
no one saw this damn FTX thing happen. My son got ruined. I mean, I got a son who was emotionally wrecked behind Terra Luna. Called me and it started making me damn near cry because of how wrecked he got.
Man, yeah.
After hitting a home run on the bull market. Terra Luna destroyed my son. Straight up. And I said, don't worry about it, son, because daddy got you. But I'm just telling you, this stuff is hit right next to me, right at home. You know, what it's done to stuff. So when you look at FTX, the reason that I put this video with Chico Crypto, look, you don't got to watch it. You don't got to watch none of this stuff. You don't got to go down my Twitter. You can just sit back and wait for the damn drawings every day, and that's what you want to do. But damn it, let's keep it real. Pay attention. When I'm posting these things, it's for a reason. I'm not doing it to waste my time. There's a time to joke. There's a time to have fun. But I don't know if there's any fun or joking time when you're losing damn money. I don't think that's fun or a joke at any point, Chris. Your thoughts on that about taking what you're doing serious and treating it like the multi-million-dollar opportunity that it is. There's no time to joke with that.
100%. If you don't, man, you'll turn yourself into a crackhead. You know what I mean? Like you'll just be operating out of pure desperation, right? You know, people make big moves out of either inspiration or desperation. And if you wait till, you know, you're making moves out of desperation, it's gonna cost a whole lot more to get a lot less back, right? Like
right.
you just gotta have that plan. You just gotta have that plan because you know, it's not a good situation. You're not going to be a good steward with the resources that are used to protect your family. And something else you said here a little earlier was really key. You know, security and safety. You know what I mean? It's an important situation. You know, for you know, a lot of us. You know, we're married, right? You know, safety, security. That's important to your wife, right? Like, you know, whether it's the emotional, you know, you kind of be in there for them, or the financial, where they can look in the bank and it's just far enough from zero to not, you know, induce anxiety, right? Well, and as men or caretakers or whoever is the financial provider, it does a whole lot. We operate a whole lot better when we know that if push comes to shove, if something, you know, gets crazy like it has with your son, if we have that 3 to 6 months, right? So one thing I'd say for a lot of people, even more than investing, is investing in yourself. That's and to have that on the side. You know, I know a lot of people say that, but seriously, well, 3 to 6 months, have that to the side. That's a complete separate thing. And then you're doing your, you know, you're investing and everything else with a plan, but get a real plan together, because you can't make nothing without a plan. Not even a simple basic house. Not even a grocery list. You can't do nothing without some kind of little plan. So put one together, take it seriously, because it's worth it.
And here's the thing, Chris, to go on what you're saying. We get on YouTube and we watch people like, I won't name, but there's some big channels out there. And these people they've made it. They've done their thing, right? But if you're watching them, you're not them. You know, you hear some of these big people out there on YouTube talk about, I had one guy when Ethereum went down, he said, I just put $1 million. Now, I remember the guy from way back in the day. And he started with humble beginnings, right? But the guy's, he's made tens of millions of dollars now in crypto. And I'm not gonna mention his channel or anything like that, but I know who he is personally. When Ethereum went down back to sub 1,000, he said if it gets to 1,000, it went to like 990 something. He said I'm gonna put $1 million in it and ride it to $2,000 and cash out. Well, you know, that's not us. We're not Michael Sayer. We're not Elon Musk. We're not Mark Cuban. So we have to make sure that we are super, super smart and super cautious with everything that we have. If you're out there blowing hundreds of dollars, you need to realize that could be thousands of dollars in the next bull run. Now, again, this is not financial advice. I say all these things because I cannot tell you, Chris, and you know me, I think you know me fairly well to understand what I'm saying. I am my biggest critic, And I will never play around with something that can change my children's life. When this all started, me and you were talking. You remember I was in that little damn office in Clovis, California, when all those damn papers
100%.
were sitting there writing. I was writing more than I've ever written in my life, studying. I couldn't sleep. I was so stinking excited. So when I made it, and I was able to see those millions of dollars, guess what? It wasn't shocking because I did everything it took to get there. I made mistakes.
Yeah.
I lost money. I got into bad trades. I had to do everything. I had to learn. And you know what I told myself? I told my wife, I said, honey, everything that I've lost, all the mistakes I've made, it's been a crash course in what not to do so that I can get us to where we need to go because I've learned my lesson. So the point I'm trying to tell everybody on this show is take
you
this
paid
serious.
ignorance tax.
Yeah, exactly. Don't.
Did you tell them how you really started, James? Did you tell them how you came in, you got excited, you put in about $10,000 to $15,000?
That's right.
You lost that quick. You were pissed off. All right, I'm done. You were
pissed.
done with crypto for a minute.
Yeah, I was pissed
because you lost it so quick.
That's
You're
right.
like, this is worse than Vegas. I'm out.
That's
You're like,
right. That's right. Yeah.
You know, and that's what happens when you do. You know, okay, well, I watched a couple of different videos. Right. Let me just invest, as opposed to, you know, when you came back, you became a student of the industry. That was a complete different situation.
It's like I got hit in the face by Mike Tyson, and I realized I need to sharpen my boxing skills. There's no way I'm gonna go get my butt kicked again if I get back into this. And so I came at it with a different mindset, and that's when I realized when I had my aha moment is when I stopped trading. But I utilized those skills to recognize opportunity and projects and things like that, and then insert myself in my positions in order to again, that's when the 70-20-10 strategy came in, and that's when taking profits 25-25-50. The other part of what I want to say with this, guys, is that you have to make sure, you have to understand, guys, like it's like I was telling, I think I was telling you this, Chris, or maybe I was telling my other buddy this just before we got on the stream. I don't mind going back and apologizing to my wife or apologizing to myself because I got it wrong, right? In the sense that I held and I waited. If I waited too long, that's okay. Because you want to know what? I didn't lose and I didn't win. I can live with that. What I can't do is take a position. Let's say if it was, I don't know, whatever, I'll use a humbly number. Let's say $10,000, and I know that $10,000 inserted at the right moment. Some people get so fidgety, like, I got to do something. I need to do something. Someone said X.
Nervous critters.
Someone says, every day I just got to do. Let me I saw this. Let me put some money in it. And you keep on doing things, and then the market goes down by half, and you find that 10,000 now 5, or maybe even 35. Not understanding that if it's almost like this: the more you learn, the more you earn. The more we always talk about, the more you change this, Chris, the more you put in here, the more you can put into your bank account. It's not about how strong.
Yeah, it's like that Wayne Dyer thing. It's what do you say? When you change the way you look at things, the things you look at change.
That's right.
When you get more in depth, at first you don't know, but you don't know what you don't know. But when you get involved and you really start studying, then you understand what you didn't know a whole lot better, and the little bit you do know, like the thing people say, well, I know enough to be dangerous, right?
Right.
Well, we'll get to that part.
Right.
Get to that part. You know how much studying you got to do just to get to that part, So study. I stopped studying to win because there's certain things where you want to just get to the cheese, right? Like I stopped studying how to win, and I started studying how not to lose, and then I started making a little bit of money.
Let me go through a couple people here. I want to send some shout. A lot of people saying shout outs to you, Chris. Don't chase pumps and understand utility and use case. That's what by Bullish Big D. JC said, well, guys, don't buy when everyone is buying. Buy when everyone is selling. That's my strategy. Okay, JC, nice strategy.
That's a good one, JC.
Yeah, that's
good
to
see you,
JC.
JC.
Yeah, JC the man. You remember JC back in the day, my brother.
Yeah.
Big Bro 10 says, yes, indeed. That's actually a female. Big Bro 10, how you doing? Shane Sullivan with the fire. Appreciate you. We've got Timeless Travel. Chew up the meat and spit out the bones. That's right. Emma Vogler says, your story is powerful because it's so authentic. Thank you so I appreciate you. So here's the thing, guys. Here's also what I want to say. And I had a thought right now. Hopefully, I think I might have missed it. And that is, that's what I was going to say. Understand, guys. Now, Chris, me and you talked about this a little bit, and I want to kind of get back into it. The opportunities that we used to have, in my opinion, this is not financial advice. Entertainment purposes only. Okay, so I ask all you guys to please forgive me. I don't think the opportunities we had last year are going to be the same opportunities we have next year. And what I mean by that is this.
Not even close.
Dogecoin got in as a joke. You think a joke will make it in regulation? You think a joke will make it in regulation? You think a joke will launch in regulation? So all I'm saying is Dogecoin made it. They launched, and then they got a community, and they got utility, and they got use case, and they got Elon. So they're solid now. All I'm saying is we need to go back and be students of coins that may not have great utility, may not have, there's so many crypto projects are based off of hype. Well, in quarter one, we're going to do this. In quarter two, we're going to do this. In quarter three of 2025, well, you know what? You may not make it to damn 2025 if you don't start figuring out some things really quickly. How many coins kept talking that mess and still to this day, after 4 or 5 years, barely got a little bit of utility? All I'm saying is...
So many of them.
All I'm saying is you have to, because the thing with us as people, we hear about the Bitcoin pizza guy. We hear about, or we hear about the guy who got into Shiba early. We hear about the guy who bought a billion Doge early. So we're always, it's like people are, and sometimes I feel this way. I see people spending their time looking for the get rich quick scenario. I'm going to find this one coin that if it drops, and they're out there. I'm not saying they're not out there because we've covered some. But you also got to be careful to make sure that you invest with a strategy of a 70-20-10. This is why 70-20-10 is so important. I'm never going to put 70% of my money in a 10%er. Therefore, I can't be impacted if it doesn't make it. Do you understand that? So a 10%er only what's the word I'm looking for? It's only worth 10% of my effort or 10% of my money. I'm not, if I got $1,000, I'm not putting anything more than $100 into that 10%er. Why? Because if I get it 10% wrong, I can live with it. If I get it 10% right, it can change my life. So I can live with a 10%er. But if you start putting 70% of your money in a 10%er, that to me is ignorant. Because now you got to remember, one of the laws of this whole thing is never invest more than you can afford to lose. Do I feel better about putting 70% in Ethereum or Bitcoin or Matic or XRP or something or Kronos or I feel I can even live with a VeChain, a Zilliqa, 20%ers, but you cannot go around putting your family's lifeline, and here's the thing: never invest more than you can afford to lose. But whatever that is, whatever that investment is, make sure you have a strategy and a plan. That's why I came up with the 70-20-10. Going back to what you just said a while ago, I lost so much money in the beginning because my dumb butt was trying to hit a home run. I was trying to hit a home run, and you can't hit home runs, especially anymore. Back in the day, you could, but regulation, Celsius, Luna, FTX, the home run hitting may be over. And the only thing that you can do at best is be a great student and find that gem, find that thing that has all the potential in the world. It's almost like don't gamble with that 10%. Be a great student and minimize the losses and the risk so that your 10% investment can stick. We know the 20s used to be 10, so they got some great things going on. And really good 20s can be 70s. And 70% can take us there. Not financial advice, but it's definitely about having a better strategy moving forward, understanding that things will never be the same, and it's going to be harder for projects to survive. Chris, on that note, if you want to add something to that, and I'll kind of go through a couple of comments here when you're done. I'm sorry, guys. We got to get into the drawings. We're over almost an hour and 20 minutes. My fault, Chris. Do you want to touch on that before I get into the drawing? I'm sorry.
Real quick, I think that for anybody that doesn't have a method or whatever, 70-20-10 is a really great one. It's a great templated one. They need to decide which bracket, what falls into what or whatever. But it's a really good foolproof plan there.
That's right. That's right. And so I appreciate you, my brother. So, again, really quickly, shout-outs before we go into the contest. Let's go ahead and announce the winners here. Bullish Big D said it best. Research, research, research. You are the only person that's responsible for your investment. The only person. Don't leave it to any.
Nobody's going to save you.
No one's going to save you.
Like my dad told me as a kid, nobody's going to save you.
That's
you
right.
gotta take care of yourself. Do a little bit of homework.
And very few, if any, are going to apologize if they lead you the wrong way. So
that's right.
So
That's right.
Be very careful. So with that being said, guys, much love to everybody. Much love to my wife Jeanette, my family. Let's get into it. Let's find before we get into our winner of the week. Let's get into the meme winner. Let's get right into this, guys. Here we go. Here we go. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. My apologies for going over, but hey, that's what we're doing. Crypto for life. Late night with your boy 6-8Jay, and today, Chris Moore, the legend himself. Okay, guys, here we go. Let's go into the thread. Let's see who is the winner. Based off of the likes from each one of the memes, and again, there's been some incredible memes. After today, we will immediately go into starting to January 1st into the Crypto for Life logo contest. We'll do that. I'll let Dave and the admin figure out the time frame for that, and then we'll go right back into another meme contest because there were so many extraordinary memes that were shared. But let's look at the top 3 guys that we voted on, the top 5 that were selected. Here we go. So right now, we've got this one here. Goes one. Our second one to take a look at. Whoa! This one got some votes. Okay, guys, that one looks like it is okay. So. And here's the third one. So, this one goes on for a while, so we'll see.
Trying to hold on to didn't even leave me a memory. It doesn't even matter. I had to fall to lose it all. But in the end, it doesn't even matter. One thing, I don't know why. It doesn't even matter how hard you try.
Okay, guys, so there goes our 1, 2, and 3. It looks like the one that's got the most likes, we've got 12, 23, and 17. So, let me turn this off real quick. First place goes to, it looks like Astana. Astana, congratulations, you win first place. Second place goes to, it looks like Atmospit. Atmospit. Atmospit, no, if I'm saying that right, A-P-I-T, well, Atmospit, that's what we're going to call it today. Second place and third place goes to Crypto Bears. Congratulations, guys, on 1, 2, and 3. So, JC, if you could do me a favor and DM me with these right here. And then what I would need is for those people that we actually just talked about, JC, if you can reach out and let them know who won, we will need their USDC address. Preferably USDC, and we will send them. The first place winner just won $50. Congratulations again to Astana, it looks like it's called. Second place, congratulations, gets $25. That's to Atmospit. And third place goes to Crypto Bears. Congratulations, guys. Kudos to you guys. We're going to get ready to go into our weekly, but for the 3 winners, congratulations. We're going to say congrats on tails. As I say, hello to the family.
Fiat currency was created to deceive.
Okay, looks like we've got Asta92.
Drifted out of word.
Looks like we got Asta92 in the group here. Let's see, which one is that? Asta92. Oh, okay, this must be, okay, Asta92. Congratulations, first place. Congratulations, Asta92's in the group. Congratulations on first place. This is for you. Crypto Tales.
Stack your ride. Stack your ride.
Does it like it is. Got them switching gears, new Ferrari with the tens. On some bullet shit, stop crying, start buying, getting bags. I ain't lying.
Congratulations, Asta92.
I'm so tired of this crypto.
You are
already
number
know.
one.
Let money go. Swimming in the dough as you see gets exposed. Tomorrow's the day we gon' blow.
Appreciate all the hard work that you put into that incredible meme. Congratulations as well to at Pit Spit or whatever. Lord Jesus. Oh, good. Congratulations there on number 2 position and number 3 position as well with Crypto Bears. JC, do me a favor. Make sure you give everybody my direct contact. You guys can send your USDC to JC. He'll send it over to me, and we'll get that sent out to you tonight. So with that being said, guys, let's go into the weekly winners. The weekly winners. Let's do it. Chris, we got a weekly winner. Let's do it. Let me make Chris' deal just a little bit smaller here. Let's do it real quick. Oh, we go. There we go. Okay. So Chris is on there. Let's do the spin, guys. This is for the person who will win 100 XRP tonight. Let's go.
I'll be better off from selling at a loss, not caring what it costs.
We have Shane Sullivan, JC, Crypto Trooper 22, Bullish Kenny G, Timeless Travel, Laurel Jack, and Beacon. Here we go. Let's do it.
Shower DAI like we do it all the time. Did a show with Lady E, bag man the next night. A moon party, so you know we had to take flight.
And the winner is no other than Shane Sullivan.
What do you do when your freedom is an illusion? How high will it go when the XRP get the mooning?
Shane Sullivan, congratulations, my brother. You have won the weekly contest, the weekly Crypto for Life contest. Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations to the meme winners, 1, 2, and 3. Amazing. Luda, welcome to the group, my friend. So, guys, with that being said, I want to thank my guest speaker, my brother from another mother, my man with the master plan, Mr. Legendary Chris Moore, my brother. Much love to you, the wife, and my 6 nieces and nephews, my brother. Appreciate you, Chris.
Much love, my brother.
You too, my man.
Y'all have a great night.
Happy holidays.
Appreciate you having me on the call, my brother.
Let's talk before New Year's. Okay.
For sure.
All right,
We
much
will.
love, Chris. Appreciate you.
All right, brother.
All right, buddy.
All right,
Guys,
later.
that was legendary. My man, Chris Moore. Chris Moore. With that being said, guys, I appreciate each and every one of you guys. We went way over our time, and that's okay. That's okay. Congratulations to Shane Sullivan. Big Bro 10 knows. Big Bro 10 knows. That's right. Crypto 22 says congratulations. Timeless. Luda. I'm looking forward to more of these after dark. These Crypto for Life late nights with 6-8Jay. And who's going to be my next guest? We're going to see. Dadbot knows. JC knows. Bullish D knows with the deep dives. Timeless deep dives. I appreciate you guys. Oculus. Amika, my sister. I appreciate you, sis. We had a lot of great memes, sis. We sure did. Asta 92, the #1 winner. Chris Moore, appreciate you, my brother. Bullish Kenny G is legendary. Thomas, my sister, great supporter. Deep Dives, my queen, Jeanette McFadden, the one and only, the one that I want to sing to, but I can't sing, so let me stop. Hey, guys, we'll appreciate each and every one of you guys. Make sure you tune in tomorrow at noon. We'll figure out the coin tonight in our mod and admin group, which one we're going to talk about tomorrow. It's coming to you. Make sure you guys support. Hit the likes, the thumbs up. Go to Twitter. Show your love. Comment. Retweet. We love you. We appreciate you. Your boy, 6-8Jay. We out. Congrats to all the winners. Peace.